So I'm getting ready for the day, but I wanted to share a few pieces of dog training advice that really has made a big difference in my dog training and dog ownership relationship, I guess. With the first one that really helped me was that our life is our life, and our dogs need to fit into our life, not our life fit into our dog's life. And that really goes hand in hand again with fitness, is that our fitness needs to fit into our life and not our life revolving around fitness. Now that is different if you are a competitive bodybuilder, but it's also different, I suppose, if you are competing in a dog sport and that is your livelihood, or maybe you're showing a dog or what have you, you're a dog handler, professional handler. It is very different than an everyday average dog owner who just wants to live a lovely life with their dog. It's been really helpful for me to remember that as I'm setting my schedule and my realistic time frames for dog training, my dog exercise, and all of the things, because my life will not look like the professional dog trainer's life online or my neighbor's life. So it's important to remember that your dog's life needs to fit into your life, and that's how you can create your schedule. I figure you want to see Baymax anyway. So I got that information from Alligator Mom. The other really important piece of information, my doors need to be cleaned. I have to bribe him with a treat to sit next to me. The other really valuable piece of information that I think is not really floating around the internet too much is to make sure that your dog has a routine and not a structured schedule. Down. So that routine is important rather than a schedule. The schedule would be wake up at 5, have breakfast at 7, that kind of thing. But the routine is we wake up, we go outside at some point, we take the kids to school, or we don't because sometimes it's the weekend. And then we typically get in the car at some point, we exercise at some point, we eat, and then we take a nap. So there is no time frame for that. There's a time frame, but that's what I mean. There's a frame of time. So our schedule is different. I'm a sports mom. I am a working mom. My husband and I own a business, and I also run a cardiac rehab. I have an online fitness business that I do, and podcast, and all the things. So it's important that my schedule can be flexible. And no. See, he's rat face wants a treat. No, because we haven't gone yet. But it's important that he knows we have a routine and not a schedule. So he's not chomping at the bit at 7 a.m. waiting for his food, because he knows at some point he's going to eat, and at some point he's going to get up. So he can wake up between 6:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. and he's still going to be okay. You can see he's taller than the counter, and I love it. But I got that information from my good friend, professional dog trainer, and the one that guides me with him, Corso specific training, Whitney Whitaker of Milligan Valley dog training. But that was one very vital piece of information she gave me, was because I was really not worried, but concerned, because I come from, again, a structured bodybuilding background, and a lot of my life has revolved around routine, wake up at the same time, our bodies go to bed at the same time, eat at the same time, so that was just such a calming sense to me to say, you know what, you're right, let's have a routine, let's not have a schedule, and that way he kind of understands, okay, we kind of go with the flow. And for us, it was important that we had a go with the flow dog. I'm getting his food ready for later. So this is for my husband when he comes home with the dog, because I have to go to work today. But it was important for us to have a go with the flow dog. We have a go with the flow life. We needed a go with the flow dog. And I think that is very important to understand, but also important when choosing a dog breed. I am experiencing a Corso life, and he's an athletic Mastiff, so he definitely has the energy I need, but he has that kind of go with the flow attitude. But I do like to think that part of that has to do with the way that we raise him, and the people in his life that we have had involved with his training, does a lot of the same things with us from a very young age. So he understands that there'll be a few people handling him, and he's kind of go with the flow. he does have his AKC Good Citizen, and part of that has to do with him being able to kind of relax with somebody else holding the lead. I don't know how good he would do with that, but they said he did exceptionally well. However, I just thought I wanted to share some of that information because I think with dog ownership, especially if we want to be a really good dog owner and we want our dogs to live their best life, and we see these people online, you know, whether it's an influencer or what have you, we think we need to mimic their schedule, and we don't. So it's important that I just wanted to share that, those little pieces of information that has really helped calm my mind when it comes to what to do with my dog and all of that. So I'm going to be sharing some more of like the great stuff that we do with him and the importance of that, but I wanted to kind of get that out there first. So let's make sure that you get your little Baymax love. Baymax, hey, good boy, look how pretty he is. You know, this is Corso Life. Speak. Speak. That's a really, really sad speak. Speak. Can you speak? Speak. Okay. As long as he makes a noise. But so be sure, if you like this kind of information, that you like or subscribe if you're on YouTube, or you follow if you're on Instagram or Facebook. And we do have a whole Facebook page because I love the breed so much, with Baymax's breeder, Tony Scandy, and my friend Whitney for the Corso Academy. We have a whole Facebook page you guys can join too. So be sure to come on over there. And I love to give tips like this because there was just nothing like this when I was kind of searching for things. There's a lot of courses, there's a lot of stuff, but we kind of put it all together.